Good morning, and today I would like to introduce you about the self-tutoring of using the Statgraphics. So if you look at the Statgraphics, and you will find out they have so-called the data book, and that actually is showing the contents like this screen. And then you will see the stat advisor, stat graph, gallery, stat report, and stat comments and stat log. And I'm going to introduce you how we're going to use that. And most of that you're going to use is the first one, stat book. And the rest of that is just the comments that you can copy and paste and make some memorandums and for the future use. So first, when you touch the Statgraphics, and I think that today's class purpose is for March 11th, and which will be the next Monday, and then for your pair quiz. And you need to come to the class and work on the computer and solve some of the questions that I provide for you by using this software. So the purpose for this class design is that you know how to use the fundamental statistic tools by using Statgraphics. So first step, I already post the Statgraphic graphic, and if you go to the Blackboard and you can find it, it's called Statgraphics data. And when you have that, you double click that, and you will find out this is a very big data. It's about 5.6 megabytes, and then you can open the files. And then if you cannot find a database from the computers in our classroom. So first, let's look at how we're going to introduce you how to use that. So you go to this, they call it open, and we're going to open a portfolio, okay, or they call it Statfolio. So open this, and then you will see actually the data, okay, but mine now is allocated in the directory of files, Statgraphics, and then blah blah blah, and then finally goes to data. So if you move this down, and then you are going to see actually is tutoring, okay, tutoring. So TU, okay, so tutorial 1, 2, 3 until 8. So as in last Wednesday class, which is March 6th, and I have introducing about these 6 files for you. So let's go to look at the first file, okay, double click it, and then you will see a data like this, and then it looks like it's a portfolio or Statfolio. That means he finished the analysis already. But how you can do that? And if you look at here from this column, and first let's look at the data book. What is a data structure? It is. So this is a data structure, and that you can see actually it's about a test of the health condition of people, and based on the heart rates, and then also the temperature, okay, the body temperature. Am I right? I think it is, right? The body temperature and the gender, and then the heart rate, okay, beats per minute is the units they use, and degree of Fahrenheit is for the body temperature. So you have these sets of data, and then if you look at the double click the second one, and this tell you actually this is written that. So they give you is show the histogram of temperatures, this plot blah blah blah, and then give you the some hints of the data. Okay, so you see this data, and actually if you see how many data sets you have, totally is 130. Okay, so this is the this is advisory, and then gallery, nothing, report, nothing, portfolio, comment, nothing, log, and then it will tell you exactly how the data is coming from. You see that since I log the data from tutorial 1 and all the step by step by the computer has been recorded actually from the data. Okay, and then also you can do by load. You see this when you do the portfolio, and then they were going to find out the analysis results as well as the data file. SGD means the data file, and this data file actually is also allocated in the directory of files, Statgraphics, and then go to data and body temperature. So they do the statistic of body temperature. And then how many the analysis that has been done, and you will see that they have 3 of the analysis. What is the first analysis? One variable analysis. So this one, I think we talked in the class before, and you did that before. And then they didn't did all, they just select some of the items has been done. And then you see here have the 3 analysis. So if you double click these items, it shows the variables, introduction, and then description of statistics, and then give you the confidence of interval. So now you know that that's about 95% of the body temperature distribution by these samples. And then they give you the percentile, right? So this is a hypothesis test. So we did this before. The temperature is equal to mu or not. And then they also give you the advisory talk about that. And then this is a scatter plot, right? And then this is a box squeezer plot. They do have some outliers, and then frequency histogram. And then this is about one variable analysis. And actually you can find it from here. Use describe numerical data, and this is a one variable analysis, and you will find out exactly the same answers. Okay, if you want to do the same analysis. So let's move on the second one, and you will see that actually the second one is called outlier identification. So outlier identification is here. You see that? So later, if you want to do that, and you also can do the outlier identification, or you also can do the statistic tolerance limit, right? Statistic limit, tolerance limit. So let's explain the other 2 for you. Okay. So let's move to the second one. So double click this one, and then this one, and then give you exactly the data of outliers, right? So if you see here, they say they will tell you analysis of your outlier data, right? The outlier data, and then the data actually is here. So this is actually the whole data, okay? And then say they look at the, now you know that this is a 1 to 6 sigma. So you see the data is beyond 3 sigma. That's one data here. You see in this column, and then here nothing, right? Nothing. Okay, and then you see that, and here why they have a 3? It's based on the modified calculation. So if you want to understand this, so that goes to this analysis. So they will do several tests and then try to figure out the way what is the data actually is outliers. Okay, and the details of the analysis is here. Okay, it's here, and they pick up the data and by different kind of calculations. You see that? Why is not 3 sigma? They use the studentized value. You see, studentized value. and then try to figure out the calculation of the data. Okay, so this is one of the examples, and then it shows the data, and if you read here, and then they were going to tell you from the tables, and then they actually try to figure out they are not using actually not use the average, they use the median. You see, median absolute deviations. Okay, and then the values multiplies greater than 3.5 of the absolute value, of which will be maybe the outliers. Okay, so this is the number 15. Actually, is they can clarify this is outliers. So let's go back to check. Is this number 15? So it's around 15, right? This is one of the major outliers. So for this case, and you will see that actually this one is more like outliers. These two, maybe. Okay, maybe. So the conclusion for this one is the outliers, I think, is about 3, right? 1 and all the 3. Okay. The red one is the outliers. Okay. Okay. So let's move to the other one, which is the tutorial 2. Okay. So let's open the files again, and then we can see that now we go to the Statgraphics portfolio 2, and this one we open it. Okay, this is we call it the 2 population test. So you will find out this group of data sets is like that, which is the same data, but now we're going to test the difference of agenda, and then you're going to see from here stat advisory, right? And then the gallery, report, and then comments. Okay, log means where's the data come from. It's the same as we did. And only analysis is 2 population test. So this is a 2 population test. And then where you can find out these results, and you can go to compare, and then there's 2 samples, and then you say pair or blah blah blah. This is a one compare with the 2 samples, independent samples, and you can do that, or you can select this, and then you select 2 of them. So we're going to use this one, and then independent samples, because male and females are independent, and then you can do the test. So this is one of the tests you can use for the Statgraphics for 2 population tests. So that's click this one, and then you see that actually double click, and actually this is the analysis of results. So let's open it. So you see here, these are the data, and then you can go same as the one we talked before. You see there are 2 groups, one is male, one is female, and what is the data, and then this is based on histogram. Okay, and then this is everyone interesting, box plot. Okay, box plot, and then you can look at quantile, right? Quantile, and then you can look at plot to plot cut and regression relationship of the male and female. Okay, so the test results, I think, is here. Okay, and they will tell you hypothesis test. So in this case, the p is equal to 0.004. So we're going to reject the null hypothesis. That means the male and the female's temperatures, body temperatures, are different. So this is tutorial 2, and you can do that, and I can do 1 for you, okay, and so you know how I'm working. So I'm going to do 2 sample analysis, and I'm going to do the independent samples. Why we don't use pair? Pair will be have order. That means test before and after. So we didn't do that. So we select the first one. So now you're going to select the samples, right? So the difficult is now is like that. You can select sample 1 and sample 2, and then now because the temperature is only have 1, right? And then you can select the gender, right? So then we can do the test. Okay, so this is a temperature test, and how about the heart rate? So we're going to change this. So we change this to heart rate. So I delete this, and then I change the heart rate. Okay, and then you can do this again. So let's say the second one cannot be blank, blah blah blah. So we're going to use the data encode. So this is will be right now. So and then of course this is will be code, right? Okay, so now if you use SPSS, they have a lot of these kind of selections. Okay, so let's do that. And then now we are not just select one of them or two of them, we select all. Okay, and you will see this is about the heart rate. Okay, so heart rate is like that, right? So what is the comparison results? So the P is like that. So actually the heart rate of two group of peoples and are the same. Okay, so this is a tutorial 2, and I'm going to also show you tutorial 3, and that is which is also you are very interested about that. Okay, so let's go to the tutorial 3. So tutorial 3 is here. So let's do the tutorial 3. So I'm going to say no, right? I'm not going to say this one. Okay, tutorial 3 is we call it the multiple sample test. You see here, now it's only give you one set of data. So let's look at this data set. Open it. So this is like we have A, B, C, D, 4 group. Okay, I don't know what is that, and maybe the grade, or maybe the something like that. You can double click that one, and they will tell you what is the answers it is, and then maybe you can see here, right, advisory, and then advisory here give you the data sets from quantile to quantile, blah blah blah, but they didn't tell you exactly what is the data meaning, right? And then of course this is a report and comments, right, and log. So this is where the data coming from. You see, the data is from myself, and then this is analysis. So now let's look at the analysis, right? So this, of course, you are interested about that. The other one we talked in the class, which is ANOVA table. So this is showing the ANOVA table. So what is the hypothesis test again? For this case, hypothesis test, which is this one, right? Is that they are the same or not, right? So it looks like this analysis did not tell you the results or not. Let's look at this is a 2x2 test. So we cannot. In this case, and we can say the fix like that. You can see the blah blah blah, the plot and multiple range. This is for the test and give you the test of the value, ANOVA test, right? So we reject null hypothesis in this case, right? We reject null hypothesis in this case because p-value is equal to 0. So we reject null hypothesis, and that means they are different, right? They are different. And how about which one is different? It's called multiple range test, and you can use this to test about the to find out the results from the advisory. So I just demonstrate three of the tutorial of the Statgraphics for you, and then I hope that you can watch this video again and then try to figure out how to solve the pair quiz, which is will be do that on the next Monday. And also that I hope that if you have any questions, you still can email me or line me, and if I have time, and I will reply it as soon as possible. And I hope that you have a wonderful day.